Hello my dear yogis and welcome to this new Yoga of Paulina online class. Today I prepared a little hatha yoga that would be connected or would be a beautiful workout for your obliques and side of your body. The practice is short, around 20 minutes, so jump on your mat and let's begin. We start in the front of your mat. Leave a little space for your chest. I usually check if I can touch the front of my mat with my big toe. And first stay here with your feet hip width wide. And let's make a little shake to warm up the body, to release any stress and tension. You can shake your arms, your legs, your spine, your neck. Great. Just 5 minutes of this shake releases all your stress away. And then find yourself with your eyes closed on the mat. Push your heels into it, lifting your crown, moving belly button in and keeping your arms wide open. Now with your next inhale, lift your hands around and up towards the sky. Give yourself a little lift and stretch. And now exhale, bend your knees and move down to Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Then with your next inhale, lift your spine to parallel. You can put your hands on your thighs. Lift your heart away from the pelvis. And exhale, bend gently. Place your hands down and take 2 steps to find yourself in your hands and knees. Press your hands down, as usually keeping your shoulders nicely open and wide. And let's start some cat and cow to warm up your spine. Inhale, lift head and tailbone up, arching your spine down. Exhale, head and tailbone go down, arching your spine up. Inhale and exhale. And 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Then come to your hands and knees. Tuck your toes if you kept them untucked. Press your hands down and lift your pelvis to first downward facing dog. As it is first downward dog, keep it easy. Keep your knees bent, moving belly closer to them. Maybe walking or pedaling the heels. And then look to your front. Slowly walk to your front. Keep again that Uttanasana, belly resting on your thighs. Release your head, neck and shoulders. Then lift for a parallel. And exhale one more time, go all the way down. Inhale, lift all the way up this time. And with an exhale, hands to your heart. Great. So as you see, we are basing it on sun salutation. Very easy ones first for a warm-up. So let's add on. Inhale, lift, hands go up. And exhale, bend down, belly resting, your spine nice and soft. Inhale, lift to parallel. Exhale, place your hands down, move back to that downward facing dog. But right now, lift your heels, arch your spine to the front, and gently place your hands down. Not hands, your knees down. Now stretch your right leg behind you, finding one line. Move knee to your chest and arch your spine. Stretch behind you and move to your chest. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, Exhale, step front. Now with your next inhale, lift your hands up. With an exhale, gently press down, releasing pelvis, stretching beautifully psoas and your quad, and look up in between your hands. Keep on lifting your back ribs away from the tailbone to keep your lumbar nicely protected. Hands go down. Move your knee next to your right knee next to your left knee, and now press front, half plank, one line from your knees to your heart, and exhale, go down. Stretch your toes. First, baby cobra, lift your upper spine, look to the front. You can lift your hands as well to have that nice workout of your spine muscles. And with an exhale, gently roll down, forehead on the ground. Let's repeat it 2 more times. Lift. You can raise your hands. Exhale down. And one more time. Lift. Hands up. And go down. And now press your hands for a full cobra. Keep it nice and easy. And come back to hands and knees for the second side. Stretch your left and move knee to the chest. Stretch and then arch your spine. And one more time, stretch and arch your spine. Next time, you arch your spine, moving your knee to the chest, step forward. Remember, you can always wiggle your toes if you cannot go any further. And then lift. Exhale, releasing your pelvis down. Look up in between your hands. Stay here, one more deep inhale and exhale. Lift your ribs away from the tailbone. Any compression in your lower spine. And exhale, hands down. Move your knee to your right one. Half plank forward. Exhale, bend your elbows down. Again, 3 baby cobras. So lift your chest, maybe rising your hands away from the mat, and exhale down. By the way, try to press your toes on the mat so they are not lifted or moving. And down. And last time, inhale and exhale. Now press your hands, lifting chest into cobra. Come to your hands and knees, move them slightly closer if they moved away. Tuck your toes and lift for downward facing dog. Beautiful. You can walk here or just stay in silence in one stable asana. And now look to your front with an exhale, walk to your front. Then inhale, parallel lift. And exhale, go all the way down, releasing your spine. And next inhale, come all the way up. Lift your hands above head, touch, and move to your heart. Okay, so let's go to the third sun salutation-ish sequence to warm up. This time, actually, it's gonna be a real sun salutation. So with an inhale, lift your hands up overhead. Then exhale, bend, move all the way down, belly resting on your thighs. Inhale, come to a parallel lift. Exhale, hands down. Take 2 steps to downward facing dog. Now walk your feet together so your big toes can touch. Look to your front and step front with your right leg. Now keep your back knee lifted. Inhale, lift for a high lunge. Yeah, beautiful. Stay here, lift your hands away from your ribs away from the pelvis. Pelvis is nicely grounded down. And exhale, hands down, step to plank. If plank is too hard for you for now, you can always lower the knees for half plank. Otherwise, move front and exhale, lower all the way down, stretch your toes. Keep your hands in the same spot, lift straight into cobra and exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for one deep breath, maybe walk your feet together. And now look to the front, step front with your left. Inhale, lift, hands up, keeping your back knee lifted as well. Stretch. As I said before, arms move away from your ribs, ribs away from your pelvis, pelvis in the same spot, front knee bent over, ankle. Exhale, go down. Come back to that plank pose or half plank, front and down. Stretch your toes, inhale cobra, and exhale downward facing dog as well. Stay here, another deep inhale and exhale. And then look to your front, step, hop, or tiptoe to the front. Inhale, lift to parallel, and exhale, go down. Next, inhale, lift all the way up. Reach your hands overhead, touch, and move to your heart. Great, so now let's begin that oblique exercises. Take your block if you have one. If you don't, then don't worry. You can do it without any props, but I realize that with the block it works so much better. Okay, place the block in between your thighs and squeeze it gently. Move your table closer to that block to protect your lumbar and keep your core strong. Now lift your arms overhead, interlace the fingers, stretching your index fingers together. If this is hard, grab a strap, a belt, or a TheraBand in between your hands to have some more mobility in your shoulder girdle. Otherwise, stretch your index fingers up, and again, keep your tailbone closer to your block. You can, of course, do it without the block. We're not looking up. With an inhale, stretch as much as you can. And with an exhale, bend to your right side, squeezing that block and keeping your pelvis in the same spot, so we're not moving away. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, second side. 3 more times on each side. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, exhale right, inhale, exhale left. One more time, inhale, exhale to your right side, inhale, and exhale to your left. Beautiful. Come back front, lower your hands down, take that block away, and let's go to our final sequence. So move to the front of your mat. With an inhale, lift your hands around and up. Touch overhead. Exhale, bend down, belly on your thighs. Release your spine. Inhale, lift for a parallel. Exhale, hands go down. Take 2 steps to downward facing dog. Now, if this is a part of your practice, you can walk your feet together and lift your right leg to three-legged. Remember about strong core. If not, keep your feet down. And then bend your knee, move to your chest, step front into high lunge. Inhale, lift. Bend front knee over ankle. Interlace your fingers, stretching your index one. And now move to your right side and come back up. Exhale, move to your right, come back up. 2 more times. To your right and back up. To your right and back up. Beautiful. Now place the back heel down, release your hands shoulder level, bend front knee over your ankle into warrior 2. Go into crescent, move your hands behind you, left hand light on your thigh or knee, right hand moving up or reaching behind you. Now exhale, elbow on your knee, and move your left hand overhead, one line throughout your body. 2 more times. Move behind and reach. Move to front, reach and stretch. Yeah, great. 2 more times. And front. Inhale, behind. Exhale, front. Now come to that warrior 2, stretch your leg. Send your sit bones back and your heart front. Move your hand on your shin with your left one up. If that is hard, grab your block so you can have some support over here, remembering that the blocks have 3 different heights. And now take a circle with the left hand, move it to your front, then down and behind you. Up, front, down, behind you. And 2 more times. Behind you, front, back, behind you, back to that triangle. Now use your core to lift and let's go into crescent. Yes, great. Now bend your knee, move your hands down, helicoptering right and left. Lower the back knee. Stretch your right leg behind you and place the heel down, lifting your hand. And now move your hand to the front overhead and to your back. Half circle to the front. Feel a beautiful stretchy line and back behind you. By the way, if this shape of your legs is hard, you can always place your foot on the floor, not on the mat anymore, for additional support. And behind, and last time to the front. Stay here for 1 full breath. And by the end of an exhale, place your hand down, lift your heel and step to plank pose. Move to front, exhale, go all the way down and stretch. Lift for a cobra, inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. So as you see, it's not super hard. Walk your feet again together. Look to your front, lift for 3-legged if that's a part of your practice. Knee to your chest and step front. Lift for high lunge, interlace your fingers. Stretch up, index fingers reaching towards the sky. And 4 times, move to your left and back up. Exhale, left side and back up. Every time you go away from your midline, you're working very deep parts of your muscles, which is really good for you. Place your back heel down, bend front knee over ankle, hands shoulder level, and your spine rising up. 4 times. Let's go first to crescent. First time is going to be very easy and light, and then to the front, Parshva Konasana. Crescent warrior 2, reach a bit further, Parshva Konasana front. Inhale and exhale. And 1 more time, inhale, exhale. Come back to that warrior 2, this time with your leg front knee stretched. Send your sit bones back, heart front, and your hand on the shin. By the way, it's very light, we're not pushing anything down to protect the knee. Lift your right hand up. As you see, I can lift my hand, keeping core strong and my asana in one line. And 4 circles, move front, down, and back. Front, down, and back. Front, down, and back. And the last time, front, down, and back. Great. Use your core to lift. Go to triangle crescent. And then helicopter your arms left and right. Lift your back heel, lower the knee, stretch your whole leg, and place your heel down. And by the way, if your heels are in one line, it's harder, so you can walk your foot towards the side of your mat or on the floor. Lift now your left arm. Find a beautiful grounding experience. And now move your hand front and toward your hip. Half circle front and towards the hip. And 2 more times. Feeling that beautiful stretch of your side. By the way, we're not using those stretches a lot. in a daily living, and they're super important to keep your body healthy. Another inhale here, and with the rest of your exhale, lower your hand, lift your back heel, lift your right leg for a plank pose, move front and down, stretch your toes, lift your chest to cobra, and exhale, come to downward facing dog again for one breath, and then look forward, take 2 steps to your front. Inhale, come to that parallel lift, and exhale, lower down. Next, inhale, lift your hands around and up, interlace the fingers, stretch. I'm gonna move towards you. And now take your right foot behind your left, moving your whole spine and body to your left side. And second side, left foot behind your right. Oops, I'm having blocks here. And move to your right side. Come back up and release your hands. And as that is the end of our practice, let's shake once again to release all the stress and tension. Remember that if it was not enough, you can always repeat the last sequence for another 2, 3 or more times. And after this little shake, gently stop. Take an inhale. With an exhale, slowly roll down, keeping your knees soft and bent. And then with an inhale, lift to parallel. Exhale, come to hands and knees. Now cross your shins, sit behind you. You can walk your pelvis slightly more front. Hands to the front, arch your spine. If this is hard, you can grab your knees or under your knees. Woo, and slowly roll down on your back. Lift your right knee to your chest. If you feel safe and comfortable, you can stretch your left. If you feel any tension in your groin or psoas, keep this knee slightly bent. And with your next exhale, move even closer to your chest, stretching your pelvis, your lumbar flat, and move now the knee to your left side, stretching your right hand on the side. Sometimes your spine might make a little click, aligning well. And now lift. Change your legs. First, try with your right knee bent. Left knee to the chest. If there is a comfort and space, you can stretch your right one as well. Again, inhale. Exhale, knee to your chest, keeping your lumbar flat. And now move to your right side, stretching your left hand on the side. Stay here for 1 or 2 breaths. And now lift. Bring both of your knees up and make few circles to warm up your hips as well. One side and second side. And now find your Shavasana for around a minute. Remember never to skip your Shavasana because it is helping you to receive all the information from the practice and embody them. And while in Shavasana, breathe deep but easy. Detach from your thoughts and emotions. Find just one moment and extend it. A moment of pure serenity. And now start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll your ankles and wrists, head side to side. Wiggle and stretch your body. And now bring your knees to the chest. Hug with your arms. Rock a little bit side to side. And now roll on your one side. Pressing hands down your mat or floor. Come into sitting, keeping your eyes closed. And now touch your hands together in front of the heart. Take a deep inhale, stretching your spine. And with an exhale, bow your chin to the chest, your mind towards the heart. And for a closure, let's chant one Om. You can listen or chant with me. Let's take an inhale. And now gently blink open your eyes and rise your gaze. And I hope you're gonna have a beautiful day today or whenever you watch it. And see you next week on the mat. Hari Om Om Tat Sat. Namaste. Bye bye.